on? Okay. Okay. So we weren't like really the people that went to church. We could pray at home. We didn't need to come here to a church where everybody was going to judge us and treat us differently and, make us feel like we were wrong and just not good people. And so we moved across the street about 5 years ago, almost 6 years ago, and normally we would go for trick or treating at base housing because there's so many houses, you get so much candy, you don't have to go to like a million places. But we decided to stay home that year, and we walked across the street, and I was like, oh, look at that line. It's a huge line. It wraps around. Like, this is going to take forever. Colton's going to cry. Maddie's going to be whiny. Like, it's just going to be horrible. And we start going through the cars, and like everybody's smiling and, oh, just amazing. And then we get to Miss Sherry's car, and Colton couldn't talk at the time at all. Like, you hear him now and you would never know that he has apraxia, and he has a difficult time sometimes speaking, and he didn't speak till he was 3. So when we were walking through, he's just like pointing at this balloon on Miss Sherry's car, and she's like, just give that baby that balloon. And like, he didn't want the candy, he just wanted that balloon. So she gave him the balloon, and it was like, oh, okay, like, she didn't have to do that. She didn't have to go that extra step that, to make my kid happy. She could have just, here's your candy, go. But she didn't. And so that stuck with me. I kept thinking about her. And about a week later, our lives crashed. Alec and I started going through stuff that nobody should go through. And I was like, we need God. Like, we got to stop. We need to find a church. We need to go. We need to. So the next week, we decided to come here. And we walked in, and it was like smiles, and everybody's happy. And, it's great. It's grand. But we're all dressed up in, like, our Sunday's best. And I'm like, why is everybody in T-shirts and jeans? And I feel, like, super out of place. So we sat in the back row, and, we listened, and it was like Tommy was talking to us. Like, he was staring me dead in the eyes. I'm telling you, to this day, he was staring me dead in the eyes while he was talking. But he'll tell you, no, he wasn't. He was not. But the message was exactly what we needed to hear at that time. And it was every week there was another message that we needed to hear. And he left on deployment a month after we started coming here. And I was like, I won't go back. I don't need to go back. I'm going to be like that weird person that her husband's gone, and I'm going to be like that weird loner. And so I was like, no, I'm not going to go back. And then I was like, something kept tugging at me to just go back one more time. Just go back one more time. So then there was a women's group that started, and I was talking to Pastor Tommy, and I was like, I feel like I want to serve somewhere. So he's like, all right, let's hook you up with Veronica. And so I started on First Impressions, and it was like, so I just got to hold the door and smile. And she's like, well, yeah, but, there's more to it than that. You have to, be happy, and, and I was like, okay, I can do that. So I started out doing that, and then my daughter was in karate, and Josh was the sensei at that time, and he was like, I don't know if he was joking around or serious that day, but he was like, so you think you can get in front of a camera? And I was like, yeah, I guess. Yeah, sure. So I started doing announcement videos, and then it went from announcement videos and the First Impression team to the media team because they needed help, and then I was like, okay, I felt like I needed to do something else. Like, God kept telling me, just do it. And I was like, just do what? So I tried out for the worship team, and because that's been my passion, and I was like, I'm not going to make it, but I'll try out anyways, and I did. And so it was literally like a month after I started coming here that I started doing what I needed to do to serve and everything, but it was very selfish. It wasn't that I was doing it for God. I was doing it because I needed something. And then it slowly changed, and it was more, okay, well, I'm doing this for him. I'm not doing this for me. And that's when everything started to fall into place, and it was home. I was home. I had my friends. I had people that wouldn't stop coming. Heike came to my house and pounded on my door, my window. I'm not kidding you. She did not leave until I opened the door because I missed one Sunday. Okay? So, God was putting people into my life just constantly that was just reminding me that this is where you need to be. And then he came home, and this is where his story begins.
Here we go again, right? It's not easier the second time up. And I forgot everything I said first service. Well, we got here, trunk or treat. It was awesome, awesome experience, and something stuck to us. It was like they left bait to come back. It was weird, because we were going towards the bug light, and we needed to get zapped a little bit. Like she was saying, we got here, we're rock bottom. When I say rock bottom, I mean rock bottom. Didn't know where to go, where to turn, who to talk to, because it was so bad that we couldn't express it to each other, let alone other people. So we needed something. I didn't know it was God at that time. I ran from it my entire life. I did not want anything to do with church. I didn't want anything to do with the people that were involved or called themselves Christians or religion. And I still, to this day, hate the word religion. So, but anyways, that's a different topic. But anyways, we came back, and I felt real out of place. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to talk to, and we sat in the back, and I remember like she's real adamant about this every time we are in a service, and Tommy's staring at us, and there was something pulling me back. It was my spiritual man that was being pulled on, and I needed to continue that. I needed to find where my finish line was, or to begin. Actually, it's a long path. And then shortly after that, I deployed. 7, 8 months. I don't remember what it was. But the funny thing is, when I came back and I walked through these doors, yeah, there you go, 7 months. I walked back through the door, and I was only here a couple weeks prior. Everybody knew my name, knew where I was, knew what was going on. They knew my kids. I mean, you can't really ask. I didn't even know. I couldn't fathom how they knew all this about me, and I was not even here. I mean, they knew me for a blink of an eye, and I was gone and came back, and it was like I never left, and they knew everything about me. It was weird. But what that showed me is that when you walk through those doors for the first time, second time, I don't know, 20th time, is that the family here, the family atmosphere, you're not alone. There's somebody somewhere that has gone through something that you're going through. And that's what sparked me to serve. And I had something that I needed to do. With my personality, the way I am, I'm kind of a loner. I'm more of the alpha personality, and I didn't know where to begin. Had no clue. And Big Chris over there, I see you. You changed spots, trying to hide from me. He felt something in me. There's a big group of guys here that felt something in me and wouldn't let me fail. Every time I fell down, they were right there to pick me right back up. And trust me, I fell a lot and I fell hard. And it did not feel good every time. But they were there to pick me up, tell me it was okay, to tell me that God has a bigger purpose for you than you are even imagining at this point in time. You have no idea how much God cares about you and wants you to succeed and help you help other people. And that was my biggest thing. I was always about Alec. Always. If it wasn't comfortable for Alec, like this is totally not comfortable right now, it wasn't going to happen. There was going to be no way I was going to do it. And I'll just turn my back and walk away. But the fellowship and the friendship and family that I gained through here allowed me to serve the way that I needed to serve. And I mean, I'm all over the place. I don't even know if I belong to a team really, besides, I don't know, the church. I'm one city. But I could go on all day about this, but yeah, I feel a whole lot better. I feel a whole lot better. I feel like I'm gonna start walking around like hell now, you know. But the atmosphere, the mentality that we have as a team, and this is it's a team. We're all on the same team, and serving allows us to make the momentum of that team so much stronger and harder. And there's nothing that can stop us. And I like that. I'm mission driven. I like to see what our hard work and dedication is actually doing, and it's through God that we're able to do this, and it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. It'll really open your eyes, I promise you that. It's opened mine, and I can keep blabbling on, so I'll pass it on to you. All right. All right, the biggest benefit and drive is a question, I guess. Who came up with that? Hell. The biggest benefit that I've noticed through serving is that I can help mold other people that are coming through the same situations that I've been through, and I can help them proceed through these situations. I mean, life is not easy. It's not, I mean, at some point it's really not even fun at all. But the benefit is that I can be placed into people's lives that need me, that maybe just to listen or to input on to how they are going to get out of the situation that they're in. I have some serious scars, but the scars that I have allow me to push people in the right direction. And the biggest benefit of that is that I can see them succeed. I can see them grow. I can see them, through God, just be great. And it's a ripple effect. It's a great ripple effect that keeps going out. You help one person, that person can go on and help 2 people. I mean, simple math, people, you know? And it's great. It's great. And I have the honor to be here and see that and do that. And God uses, it's amazing to see the little things that you think that really aren't important that you're good at. God amplifies those. And when you see something little in somebody and you amplify that through God, hold on. Those people are going to do amazing things. And it's great to see. I mean, I was at rock bottom when I came through here. And there was people that saw, maybe this guy's got something. I don't know. Who knows what they saw in me? A beat down, broken individual. And even though I was beat down, broken, they saw something and was able to lift me up. And if I can do that for one person, that's the benefit right there. And that really goes into the drive as well. The drive to keep me going and serving and being more and better is that I don't feel that I'm done yet. And I feel as though God can amplify me even more. And I can help people. Even though I'm a little bit rough around the edges, I'm not usually the guy you come to with problems without, I mean, your car broken or something. But I can actually, I know what you're going through in certain situations. I know what you're going through. I've had the devil talk to me on both shoulders. I've been there. I have deep, deep scars that I'm not proud of, but I'm glad I went through because it allows me to tell my story to other people. And that drives me to keep going because I don't want people to be back behind us. I want them to be right alongside of us. And leave it to Lanier. First service was a train wreck. I can't even. It's one of those things like, what is this guy doing over here? But once you get in, it is, and you start serving and you start doing all this and you become part of the family. You really do. Because once you're in the family, you ain't getting out. Trust me. Trust me. You can try. We'll find you. Yeah. But this guy cracks me up. But trust me when I say this, once you get in and you get going and you start getting your feet wet, you will have the drive that you see all these other guys, the guys that I look up to, the guys that molded me and are still molding me, because I'm nowhere near done. God's not done with me. But he's using the guys that are around me to mold me and continue. And then we can do that to mold other people. It's a great, great thing. That's all I got. I'll stop talking. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I mean, they all said it. It's, being able to be the light at the end of the tunnel. Like when I came in here, it was horrible. I honestly didn't want to be here, like on earth. And like these two, when he said that he was like a father figure to people, he really was. Madeline came home and was like, Hal is like the best thing ever. He's like my second dad. And, and Heike, she tells me I'm beautiful and she loves me. And like, just, these two. They're gross. But like, just those little things, like, it was like, okay, well, if I can do just a little fraction of that for somebody else, then it's worth it to me. And it's like, when I wanted to leave and I wanted to be gone, then there was Josh, and Josh was like, oh no, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that, and don't worry, that drive's not gonna go away. And Josh, like, I love you, bro. Because he became my first real friend here. And he was that person that didn't let me give up. He didn't let me just go. So if I can be a Josh or a Heike or a Hal or a Mackenzie or a Miss Janice, then it's worth it. It's worth it, you know? So it drives me because to see the smiles on the kids' face, like I don't work in the back. I'm not really good at that, to be honest with you. But but to see like just the kids smile when I do go back there and how silly and funny all these guys are, and then to come up here and like, I mean, to worship and just to see like, sometimes you see people break down, but that's like needed, and you helped draw that out, and you helped that person feel the feelings that they didn't want to and they were pushing down, and you helped it come out. And like to have somebody say thank you for a random sentence that came out of my mouth that I didn't realize I was saying, you know, this impacted my life, this did this for me, and I'm like, did I say that? I don't remember it, you know? So it's like God will put words into your mouth that you never knew would come out, and it can literally change somebody's life in an instant. And that's what drives me, is that it's not about me anymore. It was all about me, but it's not about me anymore. It's about what I can do to shine his light on everybody else in the world. And if I can be the light at the end of the tunnel for one person, then it's all worth it. And what more drive do you need than that?